Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. There's something cooking here, men. And it bodes poorly for the Ethereum maxis or the non-financial voice holders of Ethereum. Ethereum, it is now your turn. It's finally your turn. Eastgate, now is the moment. Why? Because it's all the rage now. Right? Ethereum has been the topic of numerous discussions. Recent Ethereum chatter, fellas. Why, then? ETH case will be discussed near the end of the video. But first, some housekeeping. Because of this, the prognosis is not good. Just heard from the ETHEREUM folks that Ethereum has been underwhelming since its Shanghai updates, according to JPMorgan. That settles it. Right. If I recall correctly, guys, this update, or upgrade was the subject of a great deal of buzz. Right? But now look at it. Even JPMorgan is admitting this is a letdown at this point, right? Ethereum's prospects do not look promising. Once more, you should probably get some popcorn because the pace is about to pick up. Eventually, God's XRP will switch Ethereum, and at that point, all will end and no one will be able to stop it. Right now there's talk that JPMorgan is going to leverage this to introduce their own token. Do you folks really believe this? It would appear that JPMorgan is changing course. Leave Ethereum behind. What do you guys think about it? Right? Ethereum is considered to be JPMorgan's favorite element, however recently the market has either imploded or exploded. Now that it has finally happened. Being caught in the crossfire is something I hope to avoid at all costs. For this reason, I have chosen not to participate in the Ethereum token sale. To the extent of its origin. I've had the scars forever. In fact, JPMorgan is a big fan of XRP. Right. Public opinion appears to be negative, but JPMorgan predicted years ago that XRP would achieve widespread acceptance if the company prevailed in its battle against the SEC. Although certain questions surrounding XRP have been answered, the case is far from over. XRP is primed for huge adoption, which has already occurred, if the business is successful in its lawsuit against the SEC and training continues on large cryptocurrency exchanges like Coinbase. Right? Do you find it odd that JPMorgan mimicked? Tolerable Guy 123 claims that further clarification on the rules is still needed. The price of XRP is being artificially suppressed so that this guy over here can feel comfortable using it. Who is this P. Morgan trying to fool? 123 right, fellas. For who exactly owns JPMorgan? Does that imply that there is some sort of connection between the regulars and the major players? That's right, the monetary authorities despise Ethereum but are crazy about XRP. Something doesn't add up to me, and I don't know what it is. In a tweet from 2013, the vice president of JPMorgan, Dolphin, said that the bank was like a fortress. What, you didn't think Ethereum was going to collapse at the same time JPMorgan did? Originating from the Bobucks. It's more intuitive for some than for others. What makes the fact that a man connected to the case before Ethereum ICO was persecuted for 4 years before being exonerated so intriguing is beyond me. In September of this year, he purportedly showed up with all the receipts he needed to wreck the SEC and the Ethereum ICO. If you've been keeping up with Stephen Nari and his narrative, you know that he stuck to his principles, worked with Ethereum before the ICO, and took a lot of flack for not selling out. Although the FBI sought to detain him, he fought back for 4 years while they were in a van. Wow. So, obviously, Ethereum is cooking up something. I mean, you guys know what I mean. Look at this. Once again, the truth is revealed between August 22nd and September 22nd. A light was mentioned, right? The truth will be revealed after your 3 turns. What's more, a lot of things are coming to light, so keep an eye out. If JPMorgan's reputation has taken a hit. Since April's much-anticipated Shanghai upgrade, it may be due to a decrease in network activity that failed to meet expectations. Right? As we've already mentioned, there's a lot of buzz, even though the crypto community had great aspirations. If my memory serves me well, folks, at about that time there was an abundance of tweets and videos being produced. According to JPMorgan, the consequences of this update have apparently disappointed many people. Another one bites the dust, just as it should, if you ask God. Where have we not been dissatisfied? Here we will examine the alliances that Ripple XRP has established. Right? Take a look at the influx of new programmers joining the XRP ledger. The XRP community is experiencing a lot of changes at the moment. However, consider Ethereum. Nowadays, even with improved energy efficiency, network activity is falling. Wow. Right. Therefore, this tick will be reinstated if Bitcoin dies and then recovers. Nearly every other cryptocurrency is based on Ethereum, so it is likely that it will be obsolete soon. So, tell me again 40, 50, or tens of thousands of ERC-20 tokens. Is there a plan for the remaining tokens and coins in the event that Ethereum is destroyed? Now you know what to do. 9.9% of all deaths occur right here, right now, guys. Right. It was hoped that the fusion, in which proof of work was replaced by proof of stake, would usher in a new era for Ethereum. The goal of the improvement was to significantly lower its energy use. Energy consumption has been cut by almost 90% thanks to its implementation. JPMorgan and analysts led by Nicholas are concerned, despite the network's impressive successes, that it has not witnessed the surge and activity that was expected. They mentioned that the availability of Ethereum was decreasing at the same time that the thieves' energy usage dropped. Furthermore, with the Shanghai upgrade, staking has increased by 50%. To no one's surprise, the favorable changes did not lead to a rise in network activity. Apparently, people just don't care. Right? Perhaps awareness of Ethereum's true nature is finally spreading. In addition, highlight the unresolved issues with Ethereum's essential metrics, such as daily transactions. And, maybe it's because I don't want to seem too partial to you people that network activity has slowed down. The fact that we are not males and are instead in a bull market explains some of it, of course. However, as soon as prices drop, people must leave, correct? I suppose that explains things in a roundabout way. However, Ethereum is a critical indicator in many respects. Oh, and one more thing, maybe people are waking up because your isn't sustainable, what with the gas prices and all the wacky stuff that's been going on over there with all the hacks. Gus is having a nervous breakdown there. The daily volume of transactions, the number of active addresses, and the total value recorded by decentralized financial protocols are all on the fall. This might be indicative of a bear market or, perhaps, that people are now starting to take these technologies seriously. It's possible that both of these metrics are important measures of the network's health and adoption, and that a decline in either of them is cause for concern. Perhaps upwards, though I prefer up myself. Ascending tendencies, wow. Bearish forces have been a real problem for the Bitcoin ecosystem for a long time. Platform failures like those of FCX and Taro, as well as regulatory measures and crackdowns that have scared off institutional investors and dried up venture capital investment, are just a few examples. So, guys, if you're into theory reuploading at some point in the future, what do you guys think? It's a structure atop a foundation of deceit and graft. I seem to recall Bitcoin Maximus and the Link Marines referring to XRP as the banker's coin many moons ago. Bitcoin now is all about BlackRock, and Link is bootlicking every banker at sight as CBOs while boasting about bowing to banks' wishes rather than the needs of innovators. Bitcoin's ability to connect two good coins is fine with me. However, let's face facts. The issue was never with Ripple's actions or the potential of XRP. Despite the current narratives, which come from the same people who have delegitimized themselves by complaining about banks and XRP for years, only to turn around and try to do the same thing, Ripple and XRP will ultimately be successful for the following reasons. If there is a boss and an employee goes to Ethereum, the Ethereum gates will be breached. And a deluge is on the way. Stephen, my client, has fought and won the war. Please give him space. Steve has been instructed to follow protocol and is dedicated to disclosing all relevant information at a time and in a way that best serves the interests of justice and the public. To be fair, men. Interesting. Sorry, guys, but I haven't been keeping up with events on this side of the pond. Huh? I need to learn more about this possible individual. Right. They're supposedly trying to take him to some sort of presentation, so he must have been trying to be someone important. Previous ICOs, I am unaware of. And yet, Charles Hoskinson let it all out on Twitter. No way, no how. My wild conspiracy theories only involved Ethereum employees paying off the SEC to investigate Ripple, so that can't be it. For over a year, I've been subjected to relentless online harassment on this issue. To be honest, I have my doubts as to whether or not those men have been sent after a bull, because of the theorem I just stated. What if this turns out to be the wildest curveball ever, I find myself wondering. What if the SEC reported Ripple? Maybe they're playing 589 steps ahead of everyone else, which makes no sense at all. What if Ripple challenged the SEC to file suit? Right? They made the first move? Something to think about, howdy, y'all. That's some out-of-this-world supposition, right? That certainly would be remarkable. However, what do you assume took place? It indeed occur? Right? You do realize that many ICOs are scams, right? Who exactly is responsible, you ask? Men in the Brad Garland house? This is not anything we have made up. If it quacks like a duck, then it most likely is a duck. It's probably an ICO if it looks like one. The Ethereum MySims network is highly corrupt. That's why we warned you guys, and why BG123 is right, things are about to get exposed. In any case, the value of Ethereum needs to crash. If a group of people agree on funding and writing a check for a project they can oversee, they can use the consistency hypothesis to launder money. By giving services to their projects and persuading them to give grass to their own projects and front businesses, Lubin and Bud Aaron are able to launder money back to their enterprises through grants, for example, for a dowel, that ultimately fail. Right? Again. Just take a look at how many dubious dealings there are. Simply said, and remember, this is only the Ethereum team working on this one project. Ethereum is the foundation for numerous other projects. Once more, this is how the House of Cohen falls apart, right guys? I can see why they might have tried to attack him if they thought he was still angry over what had happened to him. Ray talks about traitors and all sorts of stuff, so he may now be revealing the truth. Interesting. Wow. Guys, I don't know what to tell you, things seem to be getting quite interesting. All of this is transpiring as we speak. What will happen in the end remains to be seen. Because of this, it's time to get ready. Always be ready for anything. In the end, please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.